Dear students, so today let us start with a revision part 2 for test 2, chapter number 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now here in chapter number 7, motion, force and work, we shall learn what is meant by motion, okay, the definition of motion, distance, displacement, velocity, speed, the formula for speed calculation, the formula for velocity, okay, so all these things plus units of measurements in the MK system, and whether displacement is a vector quantity or a scalar quantity. All these things you should learn from this page number 46. Now let us go to the next page. You can see the table at the top over there. Let's find the unit. So there, speed is equal to distance upon time and velocity is equal to displacement upon time. The units of the quantities are distance, you have to find out the unit, and displacement also. So the unit of speed or velocity is written as meters per second, right? So here a simple problem is given, adding up the distance and finding out. Then next on the same page, learn the definition of average velocity and instantaneous velocity. Okay, what do you mean by that? Read the chapter well, then only you will be able to follow the things. Next page, learn the definition of acceleration, its formula in the yellow box. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time taken for a change. Okay, so the examples. Then force and acceleration, use your brain power there. The unit of acceleration is meters per second square. Verify this, so that you should know how it is. Now on the same page we have Newton's first law of motion. So learn the definition of Newton's first law and its units. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Now here you can see what do you mean by force, displacement and work, the blue letters. So learn all those things. The formula for work is equal to force into displacement, that is F into S. Okay, the SI system, the unit of work is joule, while the unit of force is Newton N, and the unit of displacement is meter. In the CGS system of unit of work is erg. Then learn the yellow box, okay, what is given to you over there. So learn that. Okay, so here let's go to the next page. In the exercise, do all the fill in the blanks and the objectives, where you can get multiple choice questions. The match the following, the third question also. Okay, so next chapter we will go to static electricity. Now what do you mean by static electric charge? Okay, so the definition of it, the concept of it, the simple experiment is given on the page, in the page. Okay, but the glass rod and plastic rod. So read that. Okay, so what is attraction, what is repulsion, what is positive charge, what is negative charge. Next page. Now what is the origin of an electric charge? So find out that, just go through it. Okay, deficiency, excess, positively charged materials, electric charge. Then simple experiment is given to you. Then look at the green box over there. Always remember, each atom is electrically neutral. It has equal amounts of positive and negative charge. If for some reason the negative charge decreases, the atom becomes positively charged. Okay, now on the next page, the concept of frictional electricity. Okay, so what do you mean by that? The frictional electricity. Let's understand that. So learn it. Okay, then the table below is given on this page, so that also you should know. And the last 3-4 lines, electrically charged objects attract uncharged objects. There's a repulsion between like electric charges. There's an attraction between unlike electric charges. Hence, repulsion is used as a test for identifying an electrically charged object. So these lines are important. You should know them. Okay. So read and read and read. Next page, you can see a simple experiment about the pieces of paper and the comb. Okay, then just go through them. Then look at the green box at the down. Okay, yes. Now, the number of positive and negative charges are equal on an uncharged or neutral object, and the electric charge generated by induction stays only as long as the charged object is near it. Next page, gold leaf electroscope, the yellow box. So just read it and try to understand. And the above experiment, like 8.6 effects of electric charge. So that also you will read it. Next page, atmospheric electric charge, lightning. So what happens during lightning? We are experiencing nowadays lots of lightning and all due to rainfall, thunderstorms and all. So what is the concept of that? Then a lightning strike. Okay, so you can read that paragraph also, last paragraph. Okay, then we'll go to the next page. Lightning conductor. What is the concept of lightning? And read it properly, it's very important. Where is it placed, how it is placed, why it is placed. Okay, so read all these points. You will get objectives, 1 mark questions only, but you need to read a lot. Without the understanding, you will not be able to answer. So reading is of utmost important. Now in the exercise, so choose the correct options and fill in the blanks. You do it. Okay, then other exercises also you can see the questions there and go through them also, because single line answers, MCQs are asked there. Now let us go to chapter number 9. In the picture, heat, you can see many pictures are there, and what is shown there, how temperature affects the various bodies. Now what is the concept of transfer of heat and how does it occur? What do you mean by transfer of heat? Transfer of heat means the flow of heat from one place to another. So let's go to the next page. Now the various modes of transfer of heat such as conduction, convection, radiation are given on this page. So here you can see how they are useful. So learn the definitions and how the molecules move and what happens in them. Look at the yellow box there down. On this page, convection can occur in liquid and gaseous substances. Convection needs a medium. Okay. Now, let's go to the next page. Now, simple experiments again here. Relationship between density and convection and radiation experiments are given. So, just read everything properly. Okay. So the ability, last line over there on this page, the ability of a substance to absorb heat radiation depends on its color and also its intrinsic properties. That's why we say don't wear black clothes in summer and go out. Wear white and light clothes. Okay, that is the reason. Now on the next page, here the concept of good and bad conductors of heat is given. So learn the definitions and what are they. Okay, so try to understand it. Next, over there in the next paragraph, expansion and contraction of solid substance due to heat occurs. A simple experiment of ring and ball experiment is given there. So just go through it. Okay, so read it and what is it? You'll understand it. Now next page. Your expansion and contraction of a liquid is given. A simple experiment is given. Read it properly. Then again, expansion and contraction of gas due to heat is given to you. The thermos flask, Diwar flask, its information is given to you. Read it properly. Okay. Next page, the functions of the thermos flask are given to you. So read it. Look at the picture, how and where and what is placed in between it. How is the construction of the thermos flask. Next is exercise. You can see the fill in the blanks. Second question, what will absorb heat? Okay, so write the following answers to the questions there. So go through all these things. Okay, read it properly, children. Okay, if you read, you will be successful. You'll get nice marks. Now let's go to the last chapter, disaster management. So on this page, what do you mean by a famine? Okay, so read all those definitions there. Okay, next page. The yellow boxes, both the boxes, what are the causes of famine and what do we do to ease the severity of the famine, and are we responsible for the famine? So these points you should know. Okay, just go through them. On the next page, what do you mean by cloudburst? Okay, then flood, and what are the protective measures in view of floods? Then lightning, what do you mean by lightning? Why it happens, where it happens? Next. Okay, so I hope you have followed this. On the next page, do you know lightning strikes open grounds maximum time? So read that paragraph. Then the green box, What precautions will you take during thunderstorms? So please read it over there. You should know this. It's common sense. It is useful for us because we may face so many problems later in life. You never know how disaster will occur. Now we are facing this greatest disaster of COVID-19. The world is fighting for this. So how do we face this various disasters? Now let us go to the concept of volcano and what are the effects of volcano. Okay, so read all those points. Then tsunami. What is tsunami? Its definition and its problems when a tsunami occurs. Okay, so all these things you should know. Next is, what are the destructive effects of tsunami and what are the precautionary measures you should take. Okay, so your national institutions, 13th October is celebrated as the International Day for Disaster Reduction. Okay, so here we should know all these things. Last page, exercise, find the odd man out. Then what are the remedial measures, true or false? Write in your own words the answers. Question number 4. 5, what measures have to be taken in the calamities such as floods, landslides, etc., etc. So just read all this. So I hope you have understood this. This all lessons were taught to you by us. Now you have to only read and learn the definition so that you will be able to answer the MCQs. So best of luck. Be prepared. Do well. Don't remain absent. Don't miss your exams, children. It creates a lots of problems. Appear for your exam properly and honestly. So thank you very much. Bye.